Ychydig knock knock. It's just over James.
Couldn't see you there for the peephole.
The world's most pointless peacock.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the story of This Is Just Life, written and directed by Stephen Monkey Mason and read by me, Paul Cooper. Let us begin.
This Is Just Life is not scripted, there is no budget, and it was made after the fact. I'd been filming my life now for 15 and a half years. I made a movie called Killing the Boredom. It took 13 years, that footage, and while I was making that movie I made a cut-off point. So after everything happened with the film, Killing the Boredom was finished, alright, what's next? And I started to look at the footage I'd sort of, like, after this deadline, and my god, there was more in the movie. But what happens in that time frame, it's just unbelievable.
So I don't even know if I'm going to keep these interviews I'm doing, so I don't know why I made it a big fuss about doing them. I really don't know what to say.
I think in 2009, definitely near the end of 2009, I knew I needed to change my life. I really did. I literally, it got to the point where, you know, I didn't like my job. I was single. My last music video I did, which was the Castro video, had literally exhausted us, and it exhausted everything I could do for no budget.
No budget. No problem.
I'm fucking dizzy now.
Hit it lower on the windscreen. From here. That's the one.
Making films with absolutely no budget has always been our way.
No budget. Literally no budget on that. Exactly, but that was the thing that all the films had in common.
Yeah, the Castro music video was fucking awesome, like.
Very impressed by it. I think everyone really enjoyed watching the video. Like I say, we all had a sort of little idea of what was going to happen in the video and how it was going to come out. And I think we were all looking forward to seeing certain bits that we had in and that we'd filmed, like funny bits and stuff like that. There was some surprise additions. It was good. I really enjoyed it. I laughed.
I think it's
I laughed.
the best video we've got.
Too do I. We would never want to make like a sort of a video with like a serious plot or anything.
Oh no, because it's just stupid.
Because it's not really like us.
Well, obviously there's more serious here, but I can't get back on it. Just you guys.
On your left report, you mean?
Aye, exactly. I thought it was fucking class. I thought it was mid.
Music videos that started to become like what can I do next for no budget, how can I better my own stuff. I didn't like to repeat myself. I mean, like every music video, if you watch them in chronological order, they're very different. You can go from Room 51 to Stomp 66 in one video, and it's just like, I was very adventurous.
No star shines brighter than you. That glisten in your eyes, it's got me hypnotized. Darling, no star shines brighter than you.
What do you do? How do you top something that had no budget?
The question that people have kept asking me after I finished a music video was, what you do next? What's the next music video? And I used to hate that question. And then after the Castro video, the question got worse. It was, what music video are you doing next? Or, when are you doing the next Better FA movie? Now until that point, I hadn't thought about doing a Better FA movie for 5, 6, 7 years. Easy. And Better FA is a big part of me. I mean, I've always kept on filming my life, and you know, there's a lot of footage in the archives of Better FA. And the Castro video sort of brought Better FA back, sort of like re-emerged. You had all the cameos, you had the Get the Fuck Off My Van. It sort of like, we pulled every last string of that Castro video, and people started asking, when's a new Better FA movie coming out? And I was just like, at that point in my life, I was just like, I don't even think about a Better FA movie at all. After the Castro video, I was lucky enough to work on the Chemist music video with Mark McQueen. I know Mark from the tournament and stuff, but yeah, it was a really good experience for us to work on a big budget music video. Wow. When I got to Manchester for the Chemist video, it was weird because Mark lived in Manchester at the time, and Mark didn't know where we were going the next morning. He says, "I will just put in the sat nav," and yeah, we put in the sat nav, and we turned up at this building, and I couldn't believe my eyes.
You know, it's got my attention. I come all the way down to Manchester to work on the new Chemist video for Richard E. Grant, and I Google the address, I look at everything and that, and it turns out it's the same fucking building I did the ISO video. How bizarre.
2 years before the Chemist music video, I did a music video called Die Trying, and it was a skate video. It was the first time I'd done anything with skateboarding footage. There's some really good footage in the video, some really painful bails. I went down to Manchester for a training course. I was there for a week. And strangely enough, I know a guy called Felix who lives in Texas. Now, after I was doing my videos and whatever, I asked Felix, do you know any good bands? And he got me in contact with a band in Manchester, and this guy lives in Texas telling me about a band in Manchester. I said, how bizarre. So I kept in contact with the band, and then when I was in Manchester, I said, what are you doing tonight? Or I'm down for the week. And they picked me up one night, and we went to the rehearsal rooms, and I filmed some footage of them jamming out, and it ended up being the Die Trying video with their music.
Felix, you're a good job you live in Texas not to smell ISO's fart.
So like 2 years later, I'm turning up this Chemist music video, and it's the same building. I mean, the Chemist video was shot downstairs in this nightclub, and then upstairs are the rehearsal rooms for the bands. But it was just like, been to Manchester 3 times in my life. One was just to get on a plane. 2 times I'm at this building. And it's unbelievable. I was really happy with the Castro video for no budget, but looking at the Chemist music video, they had a lot of budget. They had big red eye cameras, they had actors, and I know the video was finished. They had a shitload of CGI, and it was just like, this is the next step we want to do. But I think my mind mentally was just like, I couldn't believe it.
Highlight of my life, that.
I got really ambitious after doing the Chemist video. I'd seen a band called Ink play with Room 51, and I knew a few members of Ink when they were little, but to see them play now, it's just, they were unbelievable when I seen them play live. They were working on some new material, and they asked about a music video, and I was just like, if you wanted us to do a music video, it'll have to be something like the Castro video, you know, no budget, no problem. And they were like, oh, totally up for it. And so we ended up planning a date for the music video. So the idea for the music video, having Matty Connor's shop in it, Steel Town Music, this was just this spur of the moment idea I had. Matty was just like, yeah, definitely.
The idea of getting the band in here was great, you know, because it's a music shop. You should totally have bands in music shops.
Attacked by stuff.
It was pretty cool just to be like going to a shop and be like, I'm going to do a music video in here. That was pretty awesome. It was really nice of them.
The thing about that music video is when Ink turned up on that day, they did not have a song recorded.
Oh yeah. I remember this now.
There was no song. So with the Castro one, there was obviously a song to go by, which makes life a lot easier. You know how fast it's going to be shot and things like that. And this didn't exist.
Turning up with no song to a video, it just doesn't work, does it? But it did.
We didn't have any music recorded.
We just played live.
People walking past the windows and hearing like a band playing and that.
Yeah.
I remember people walking past the window and just like peering in, but they weren't peering in for like a couple of seconds. They were peering in for 10 minutes, just like watching us play. You know.
I was in the Ink video against Free Will. Staring inside whilst the band played in the music shop, and I had to pull a pretty retarded face. Although looking back, I think I only got about half a second of actual video footage.
I just like the concept of me actually plodding away at work and just having a full band brain the shit out of stuff. And just watching, there's like cameras flying around the place and going, there's a band like blatantly playing. And obviously my dog, like less than a year old, asleep on the rug where everyone's like thrashing away and that. But I couldn't believe he was asleep all the way through that, all the way through that day on the rug.
Actually, there's fucking piss all over the toilet seat.
Just about to sit on it as well.
You crazy band folk. Oh, fucking hell.
Lick it up. Rock and roll, that is like. Pissing on the toilet seat.
How do you expect me to put my delicate bottom on this seat? Obviously, it was good to be involved with it as well. Like obviously getting locked in the toilet and things like that was funny. Like adding a bit of comedy to it. And
Right. Oh, I've never been this intimate in the guy in the toilets before.
The toilet's like the bathroom in there is about that big, so you haven't really worked with a great deal.
This honestly, this is the most surreal feeling I've ever had. Sticking to school kids, and this is what you can do in your spare time, pretending you're having this shit.
I had me pants fully down as well, which you probably you didn't even need to do, but I just thought if you're gonna take this acting thing seriously, you might as well do it.
Matty randomly picks his phone out of his pocket and he's talking on the phone. And when I was editing it, I was trying to think of someone I could film. Talking to Matty on the phone, like a cameo, a crossover or something like that.
You know, he was like, one day I'm going to be in Ink's video, so I'm going to make this.
Yeah.
That's why I did it.
And then I realised that years and years ago I had footage of Ned doing a skit on the phone. Ned wasn't talking to anybody, it was part of the Get the Fuck Off My Van music video, but we never used the footage really.
I just keep appearing in fucking videos. And I don't know fuck all about it, to be honest. Film shit like this, and then in 5 years' time I'll be in some fucking video that I don't know shit about, and all of a sudden I'm tagged in this video. I'm not, I don't even know those guys, and there I am.
Everything always links in together, doesn't it? So you have like one music video, and it's like same like cameos like left, right, and centre, which is good because it almost puts to the constant brand. You know, like of Monkey's videos. You know, if you're gonna get a Monkey video, you're gonna expect to see something that's gonna link in somewhere down the line, that's what I like to see.
When you look at it as well, you see me turn. It's like you hear him go, "Ah!" and then you look, and my face is like, and you try not to laugh. It's ridiculous.
But I remember speaking for about half an hour, planning it out. It was like the Great Escape. It was like, okay, so guys, we're gonna go in this direction. We're gonna go run to this place, and I was like, yes, got it. And I just ran in the opposite direction.
When you
got lost in concept.
That's fucking classic you, Tony.
It is
Classic Tony. Left. And then Tony legs it that way, so I go to run the opposite way, so I'm like that, like that, and then I end up going the other way like that. But it's good. But there was one take. I'm sure that was the first take, and it worked just right. I thought it was quite good. I like that.
Right, tonight was meant to be so simple. Go to Newcastle, see Castro play, get up tomorrow, go to work for a few hours, then finish shooting the Ink music video at the Union. Right, so continuity got in the last time we made a music video, because it just rained all the fucking time. Now look, it's snowing, and not only has it just snowed, it's the worst we've had in years. Fucking mad.
Oh dear.
The gigs at the Union, like, they were pretty funny, like, especially the video shoot one was just pretty wild. Jumping everywhere, and we had a sex doll with an Ink t-shirt on.
Yeah.
It was, we cleaned it.
The doll is back in the Ink video, and that's because of Ink.
Why is she here?
Was that party with us?
Yeah. I remember we were in the toilet in Union, and we were trying to blow up the sex doll, and it was just like people walking in.
He was like,
what's going on?
That's not what it looks like.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking say a word!
It looked pretty bad.
That's exactly what it looks like. Is this going to be my trademark on blowing up every video? Yeah. Shut up!
It's like going back to like just the reappearances, cameos. It's funny that a doll is actually a cameo. You know, it's pretty good. But yeah, it's probably the most famous sex toy, really sex doll in a concert.
Going to the club, gonna get some pussy and some drugs.
Nice ass.
Going to the club, gonna get some pussy and some drugs. 8 bags of cocaine, 13 bags of dagger. Let's get into the smoking room to hear the bitches chatter. I step into the...
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Typical Sean though, isn't it? Any fucking bird just have a nosh.
Oh
every
gosh.
Every hole's a goal.
see if
Put it
anyone.
in there, I'm not touching him.
No, let's see if anyone licks it.
The Ink video was basically winged. It had to be. We had no song.
I didn't know what to expect because I knew about the storyline. I knew that the band was just going to be playing live, which I think a band should always, 9 times out of 10 of the video, should always be seeing them playing the instruments. But I was really happy with it. I just thought, as a story went, everything was exactly how it was described by Monkey. So even though I didn't think it was going to come out as quite as clear as what Monkey said, it was really good. I'm really happy with it.
When I eventually got the song for Ink, it was 2.5 minutes longer. And the song totally changed in the middle. I was just like, what the fuck? What's going on here?
So yeah, it was.
Yeah, I always do that. When it
You know.
comes to writing music, we'll go to a practice and write an idea, and then I'm like, okay, I'll take it away, and I'll write, then I'll write a whole new song. But it works.
So I had to, we had to film more stuff. We had to film at the bottom of the Kill Bridge.
When I saw
But I remember when we filmed that end bit of the bridge, it was absolutely freezing.
Oh,
We all like had big coats on and that, just like
oh yeah.
fingers were numb.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need.
End of the night. Full time.
Yeah, I am. What do you want?
I want to know when you became gay.
I'm not really gay.
You are.
No.
You are. Paper, scissors, stone, you gay.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, you're gay. You're gay. We fought it like men and you're fucking gay. You lost.
gay, like, dude.
Oh, seriously, right? I'm gay, but you're the one who's just crossed your legs like a big mincer.
Yeah, but like seriously.
I decided that I was going to go back to New Zealand. And this would be the first time I'd been back to New Zealand in 13 years. And at first I wasn't going to come back. I was just going to get a one-way ticket and see how it went. You know, I thought it was now or never. You know, I had no real ties to England at that point.
I thought that was it. I thought you were going to stay over there.
It was funny when you went away because you were talking about wrapping it up and leaving it all together.
If you went over there, everything would just have to go with, but like none of the people involved would go with. It would just be gone. Be 15 years worth of footage wasted. No one over there is going to understand what the footage is about. No one's going to have a clue.
I don't know. I mean, if I got a chance to get out of the northeast, I'd probably do it. It'd be difficult, obviously, with the film. Monkey's in that situation. What do? Do I go and become a farmer in New Zealand, or finish the film? I think I would have went to New Zealand and never seen anyone ever again.
I remember going off thinking, I was thinking, you jammy bastard, you know what I mean, the other side of the world.
That was quite sad, but I did think, oh, I might be able to go over to New Zealand and visit somebody. Because I am a fickle friend.
I don't know whether you're happy here or not. But if you think you want to go to New Zealand, you go. My blessing.
But then, I just want what you want. I want you to be happy.
I would say that if I was given the opportunity to move abroad, I would drop them a hat, mate. In a heartbeat. I don't even want to live in concert. If I can get away from concert, that would be the godsend. Like, I want to live. If I could just set myself up somewhere doing whatever, it doesn't even have to be anything well paid. If I could just afford to not live in concert. If I could afford to live somewhere hot, that would be even better.
Well, I mean, you look at like Sunny Concert, and then look at anywhere in New Zealand, I would imagine, and it would be no comparison. Where would you rather be? I know where I would rather be.
I would recommend anybody, going to New Zealand.
Just the land there, the place, the people. Like, I mean, I'm talking to Monkey's grandma about it all the time because like Monkey's dad lives there, Ben like was telling me the other day, it's just a different world over there.
Everybody's friendly, and I think it's just a lovely country.
No, I wanted to go with you, you know I did. I tried to get the money, but just couldn't. And I just, something I really would have liked to have done.
So you went to New Zealand, right? And fucked off and left us. You never said anything. I thought had no friends.
Stephen suggested just going, and I thought it was an added opportunity for me to actually go and see Claire, to go with him, even if he didn't come back.
At first, I was going for good. It wasn't until I spoke to my mum about it. You know, my mum lives in England, my dad lives in New Zealand. It's the way it's been for years. I mean, I've lived in New Zealand years ago, but going back there, you know, it was something I was definitely going to do. My mum has family over there as well, and she wanted to go over for the first time, and she was like, well, why don't I come with you? And I know a lot of people when they go, you went to New Zealand with your mum? And I know Peason gives us loads of shit about that. Loads and loads of shit about this.
Right, he went to New Zealand with his mum. How gay is that?
But we decided that he would do this trip and then he would make his mind up while he was over there, because it was the first time he'd been over as a proper grown-up. Because other times he'd been across, he'd always been over as not a child, but like an older teenager, and he was always chaperoned by another adult. This time he was going in his own right as a grown-up. But it would be nice to share an experience like that with him.
I remember my 21st birthday party. It was an unbelievable night for me. It was a long time ago now, 9 years ago.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was right in the middle of me alcohol-infused self-destruction mode, and Monkey was lucky enough to capture it all on camera. It's weird looking back and thinking, oh yeah, that was great. But it's even weirder when you're looking back thinking, I can't remember that happened.
That was basically my job for your birthday night, was just follow around, just film everything that I could, and you just went and got a fire extinguisher.
Up until that point, my dad had never been on video footage with me, and my dad came all the way over for me 21st birthday, and that was the last time I seen my dad, and I just remember being that mortal that I ended up with a fire extinguisher. And as soon as I got the fire extinguisher, the bit where Jack's stuck in the toilet and just get absolutely annihilated by this fire extinguisher has been well documented and better than FA. But before I got Jack, I got Kuba on the stairs. And
It was like deep heat, but deep heat. Deep heat.
Before I got Kuba, I got my dad.
Standing at the bar, minding my own business. Such a noise, and this fire extinguisher started repelling, appeared, and I just put my head down and ran completely in the opposite direction.
But yeah, it was a good do. It was a good showing of the film. There was a good crew turned up, all the daft lads, and all the usual fucking shenanigans went on. That was the first time I met Ian, Monkey's dad, who travelled all the way from the other side of the world to be at that party. And there was one thing that stuck in my mind about the whole thing. I mean, I met him, we had 5 minutes crap, we had a couple of pints, you know what I mean, nothing in depth or anything, but towards the end of the night, as I was leaving, he come over to us and he said something that stuck in my mind, and it's still there now. He said, will you do us a favour, Ned? I says, if I possibly can, mate. Yeah, what's that? He says, will you look after me boy? And I looked down, he says, he says, I'm not around to do it myself. And he says, I know you look after him. So I like to think I tried. I mean, you mightn't agree when you see us duct taping up and hiding in the back of my van and running them over and all that sort of, but I did it in the nicest possible way.
But yeah, I'd like to think that I have stepped up and helped look after him. I mean, he's his own man now, but he was a young, daft, stupid cunt then.
From Stephen's 21st birthday, I hadn't seen him until 2010 when he decided he would come over for a holiday, which was greeted by us as being absolutely brilliant. The kids were absolutely blown away. And when he turned up, it was just like he hadn't really been away.
I still don't even understand exactly what happened. All I heard was that, I think I got a message on the internet. It was like, I went comping with these two girls. I got pulled over by the cops. Crazy energy drink that's semi-legal, told later.